Ever wondered how Ellie is still alive? If you think about it, Ellie is very impulsive, and that type of behavior has gotten her in a few jams. Really, one can even argue that she is incapable of keeping herself alive. Curious? Stick around as I tell you how I think Dina has kept Ellie alive. There are obvious reasons as to how Ellie has stayed alive, such as Joel being her protector and her being immune to the fungus. However, there is someone else who has kept her alive all this time, but has been somewhat under the radar until episode 4 of season 2.
If you paint a sign big enough to be seen from miles away, that means you want people to know that you're there, which also means more likely than not, you're prepared. And they're on a hill, so they'll see us coming.
Hello, my name is Dr. Pauline Botchway, a licensed professional counselor, and I am here to talk about how people tend to take on roles when they are in survival mode. So, as I was saying, Dina has kept Ellie alive while also being in survival mode. Survival mode refers to a psychological and physiological state where a person is operating primarily out of a need to survive rather than thrive. Season 2 for Ellie has been very different. She has met other people her age and has even allowed herself to fall in love again after her tragic loss in season 1. In survival mode, the brain and body's response to prolonged or intense stress, trauma, or danger activates the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses to keep the person safe. Also, if you haven't noticed, Dina often keeps Ellie in check just like she did when Ellie wanted to go storming off to seek revenge without making plans. Dina also pulled Ellie back in the scene where Dina counted how many infected people they may be dealing with in the tunnel. Some key characteristics of survival mode are hypervigilance, constantly on edge, scanning for threats. Keep in mind, when they made it to Seattle, Dina constantly reminded Ellie that they needed to wait before they go after Abby and her crew. Overreacting or shutting down. Disproportionate emotional responses or complete withdrawal. Emotional numbness or detachment. Suppressing feelings to cope. This is not necessarily the case in this season for Ellie, but I think that being around someone like Dina in a community that seems to have some type of order and structure has allowed Ellie to settle in a bit more and express herself.
You've gotten pretty good.
Let's talk about how Dina has kept Ellie alive while being in survival mode. Poor concentration or memory. The brain prioritizes immediate survival over long-term thinking. Like I mentioned, Ellie is quite impulsive and stubborn. This was something that was challenging for Joel. However, Dina tends to call her out, and Dina tends to play a role of grounding Ellie and reminding her that, look, things are not okay. Read the room. Exhaustion. Chronic stress depletes energy and motivation. Difficulties with connection. Struggles with trust, communication, or intimacy. Let's face it, Ellie has a multitude of issues, and abandonment is one of them, as anyone would with the life experiences she's had. However, Dina has shown us a softer side of Ellie. Landing in Seattle full of hate and ready to kill, but stepping into a town with rainbow flags and hearts showed us how deeply Dina and Ellie love each other. Overall, Dina has served as an anchor for Ellie, which shifted Ellie from being in survival mode to protective and loving mode. I think that in many ways, Dina and Ellie have kept each other alive. Will Ellie and Dina's relationship stand the test of time?